Hey guys, Jay here. Welcome to another convention review. Today I'm going to be talking about PAX West 2024. So yeah, we went this year. Last year I said I wasn't going to go back, but a few things changed and it looks like it's a lot better this year. There's only one big major problem, and that is autographs, but I've decided a way to just alleviate that problem is just say screw autographs at PAX. We never did them before because they never had them, and then 2022 and 2023 they had them and we were able to get them. I didn't expect to, but we did and called it good. So I'm just going to assume they're going to continue doing the same thing, and I'll get into that, and we won't do it ever again there, and I won't worry about it. But everything other than that was great. So it was actually really fun this year. Other than that, the only other things that were bad were not con related at all. So it was on the way back. For some reason, Google rerouted us weird, and we don't know why. And Google wants you to die or something. They will do this thing where when you have your maps set up to where you're doing your GPS thing, you're supposed to not have your eyes on the thing. You're supposed to let it just tell you what it's doing. But instead, it decided it's going to just give us a pop-up that gives you a 10-second countdown. And and it's trying to reroute to just take you wherever it wants to. And if you don't press the thing, if you don't press the X button, which will cause an accident because you're not looking at the street anymore, you're looking at your phone now when you're not supposed to do. That's the entire point of GPS having a voice, so you don't look at your phone anymore. And you have to press the button until you have to press the X to close it out, or it's gonna reroute you. And even then, it'll do it anyway, because we did the thing, and it tried to reroute anyway. Luckily, we knew where we were going when it tried to do that, and he didn't get to it in time. Atlas didn't, and it tried to reroute us, and we were like, no, we already know where we're going now, and so it was crazy. So we had to just memorize how to get out of Seattle onto I-5, and then we know just to go straight south from there until we hit the exit that we know we have to hit. We know exactly which exit to hit, so once we get down that far, we know how to do that now. So we're just like, nope, we're not bothering with Google anymore. We know the way now. It's fine. But that was the only other thing that's actually a problem. So to, I guess, end the bad stuff right now so I can get into all the good stuff, the autographs. So the last 2 years, 2022 and 2023, they both had where you would get in one line. It was like a zigzag line or whatever the heck. For 2022, we were in the beginning of the line. We were like one of the first 20 people. Cool. At the second one, it was just a really long line going back because it was in a different area. And that's also weird. They have it in different areas each time. Just pick an area and keep it there. How hard is that? Like, just choose an area, leave it there. Stop changing it every year. There's no reason to do that. But they put it in the Summit building for some reason this time, on the 3rd floor, and you have to go up all the escalators, so you got to go around all the escalators, and then once you get up on the 3rd floor, you got a U-turn, and then you got to do another turn and go all the way around the building to the opposite side of the building just to get autographs, which is ridiculous, first off. And there's we didn't even know there was that area over there because no other convention uses that area. They don't use the stuff way back there. No one even knows it's there. So we go there at the time of the thing. We were like a half hour early, and it was already filled to the brim. Like, the lines were packed, and I was like, wow, that's crazy already. We really should have went ahead of time, but we also shouldn't have, because this was friggin' horrible. I don't know what they're thinking. The way they're running it this year is just insane, and it makes no sense, and they don't understand that it makes no sense. And they think it's normal, and they seem to think all cons do this, and nobody does. Nobody does this. Stop it. So what they're doing, I'll draw a picture for you in like on Paint or something, and then I'll put it up. And so you can see there's going to be, I'm going to label them. So going from one direction to the next, you'll see line 1. I'm just going to call it line 1, and it snakes around a little bit. And then there's going to be Britt, which is Britt Baron, who is Tifa from, these are all Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth and stuff like that, voice actors. So it's Britt Baron, who's Tifa. Susie, I can't pronounce her last name. I think it's Young. I don't remember exactly. But she is Yuffie. And then it is Brianna White, who is Aerith. So I'll put them in that order. So you'll go line 1, Britt, then Susie, then Brianna. And that way it'll just make sense. I don't remember which order they were in the actual convention, but we're just going to pretend that was the order because this doesn't really matter. So what you would do is you would get in line 1. You would snake all the way through line 1, and then you'd pick one of the voice actors. So let's start with Brit. You would go to Brit's line, and then you would get through her line, you would get her autograph, and if you wanted to go see the next 2, you had to get out of line. You had to literally pass the tables and get out of line and walk right in, like walk in front of them or something and get out of line, go back into line 1 at the very back of the line, go through the line again, then go to Susie's line, get back out of line, go back into line 1, and then go through that line again from the back, and then you can go to Brianna's line, and you're finally done. Hardy went. He said it took hours. Could have gotten through the first line within like maybe 10 minutes, and then saw all 3 of them for maybe a couple minutes each. That would have been under 20 minutes, and they would have been out of there. That's all they had to do. And they refused to do that. And when I went in there, and I was like, and they told us this is how it goes, and I was like, oh, there's 3 lines though. How do we get all 3 of them? They're like, well, if you want, you have to go to 1 and then get out of the line, go back in, and then go to the next line, and then do that again for the next one if you want all 3. I was like, what? This is stupid. What are you talking about? And the idiot staff member in there, he's an idiot, I will say it, he literally told me, no, this is normal. This is other conventions do it. All the other cons do it. No, they don't. There is no convention on the planet that does it this way, because this is so pointless and idiotic. There is no con that does this. Don't sit there and lie to me like that. I go to 5 cons a year. This does not happen. I have never heard of this. I know people who go to other conventions in other states and other stuff like that. Nobody does that. That is not how autographs work. You don't stand in line for 7 hours to get 3 autographs. Nobody does that. Literally 2 years in a row before this, it worked perfectly fine and there was no problem. Why couldn't you just do that again? I really hope this staff member sees it and somebody hits him in the face with a hammer. Seriously, please, don't act like this is normal and act like I'm the idiot. So I cursed him out really bad. Yeah, I said stuff that I can't say on this on this camera, on this channel. So I'm not going to repeat any of it. But you can use your imaginations. Yeah. Anyway, other than that, everything was fine. So the rest of the convention was great. We got to play a ton of demos. I have all the merch stuff that I bought from the other video, which I probably should have said it, but that's in the top corner and the description. I keep forgetting to say that. I didn't say it in the other one for this video either, but it's whatever. It'll pop up anyway, or it popped up at the beginning of the video. But we got to play Infinity Nikki. We got to play Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I got to play... Oh, we both got to play Ray Natus. So those are all ones we both got to play. And then... and I filmed... well, I had Atlas film when I was playing Ray Natus. I didn't film him because he doesn't care. And then he did pretty good too. He beat the boss really fast, which is cool. We're both good at action games. That's our thing, so it's whatever. And then I had him film me playing Ys 10, which I sucked at, which is weird because they added some weird mechanic that I wasn't used to, because the Ys 8 was the last one I played, and then I played the demo for 9. And neither of them had this weird mechanic. 10 has a mechanic where you have to like do some like elemental thing in the area, and you have to like do it mid-boss fight while he's still attacking you. You have like a split second to do it, to switch and then do it. It's like, I can't do that. There's too much going on. But other than that, we got to... Did we play anything else? I'm looking around at my stuff and seeing if we played anything else. I don't think we did. But when I played Ys... I mentioned it in the merch video. When we played Ys, this is something about the convention that may suck. I did a thing with a QR code with my phone, and it sent me like a survey, and it's supposed to send me the email. I don't know if it was Wi-Fi or if it was NIS America just being sucky or whatever, but it took me until later that night to get the email. I don't have it anymore. I deleted it, obviously, because I don't need it now. But it literally, I didn't get it until later on after we had already left and the expo hall was closed. So I was like, I really hope that I can still use this code here, because it gave me a code to get a free thing for playing the demo. I mean, for not playing it, for doing the, you play the demo and then you take the survey thing, and then once you do that, it gives you the thing in the email, and you give it to them, you show them what the email or whatever, and then they give you a free thing. And I was glad they let me do it the next day, because I was like, I can show you right here. I took a screenshot because I couldn't even load my email in there. So I took a screenshot of it just in case. And I was like, here, see, it has the ticket number here. You can see the date here, that it was yesterday. It didn't even show up until after the thing was closed. So, it was like 8 o'clock or something like that by the time it showed up. And there was nothing I could do. So they were like, yeah, sure, go ahead. We'll give you the free thing. I was like, cool, whatever. Did that. What else? I don't think. Oh, no, wait. Did we play? Yeah, I don't think we played anything else. I don't remember. The big one that we were hoping to play, well, the big one he was hoping to play, I don't really care, was Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds. The new one. He hasn't been looking up anything for it because he wants to go in kind of blind. But he did want to kind of play the demo and see how the game played, so he can get used to it by the time it comes out or whatever, so he can be used to it as the last thing he played for that. I don't know. But he wanted to just see what it was like. No, there's no amount of time where the line was not capped when we went back. So unless we stood there for like an hour, which wasn't going to happen, every time we came back, the line was capped. So we like, screw it, it's fine. So we gave up on that. But we went around to go at the very end when we were like, oh yeah, there's no way we're getting in line now. It's over. The line's done. They're not letting anyone else in at the end of the day. We're like, screw it, we'll just go off to the side, we'll get as close to the line as possible, and watch it. I filmed some of it, but he was just like, let's watch it, that's good enough for me, I just want to see. And one of the people that was a couple ways down, it's hard to see, but a couple screens down, was using the weapon that he likes, the insect glaive. And so he was like, oh, I wanted to see what that was like anyway, that person's playing as it, let's go see what it's like by looking at him. So he watched him play it. And then I was watching one of the screens that was closer to me that I was filming. I hope that guy's cool with me filming his gameplay. They said we could film the game if, whatever, but whatever. But that's pretty much all we did, I think. I don't think we did anything else. He got to play with something at Razer, the Razer booth. These guys, the computer company Razer. They had like headphones and stuff for sale that you could buy, but they also had demos with stuff going on. They were just, I don't know what it was, just a bunch of demos of random games, so you can test out their new stuff, like the new keyboards and their new headsets or whatever. And they gave us some free stuff. But he played one of them and gave us some free stuff while he was playing. No idea what he was playing. Didn't really care. But I mean, the biggest thing about this convention this year was the fact that they split up correctly. So the reason last year that we didn't like it and we were like, we're not going to go back, was because they split the gaming booths, like the big gaming booths, between the buildings. So we had to keep walking back and forth when we wanted to do stuff. So that sucked. The other one, the Summit building, they just decided to put just tabletop card game and stuff like that, dice stuff, all that over there. As well as they put a bunch of merch things. Bought some shirts over there. They had D&T, which is a D&D themed tea that you can buy, the bag of tea leaves. And then a few other things. And we bought some pins over there while we were there the second time. And then that was the only other time we went there. We went there twice. So after we did the autographs thing, well, we did 3 times. We had to go in there to look for where the autographs were in the first place, so that we had we had it in our mind where they were, and so we could come back. And then we went back during that, and we said, screw it. And we went to the second floor where they had everything, all the booths and stuff in one of the areas there. And so we did that. And then Sunday we went back and did it again and just went around and bought some stuff. And that's when we bought like the shirts and stuff, because we had no costumes to worry about, everything getting snagged on or carrying stuff too heavy for when we're carrying heavy stuff already, that kind of thing. So it was all that stuff over there. We didn't really need to worry about all the big games that we wanted to play, because they were at the other building. They were at the Arch in the Arch and the Annex. So the Arch is the main building that, like, every time you see a vlog, even mine from there, sometimes when they pan across the big thing where there's the big windows and stuff in the front on the first floor, that's the Arch building. And across from that is the Cheesecake Factory, and then next to that is the Annex building, and the two buildings are connected by a sky bridge. So, and then we have videos in the sky bridge too, so you'll see that a lot. I've put all that in a lot of my vlogs. going through that sky bridge. But yeah, so between there, that was where all the booths were that we wanted. So that was cool. We didn't have to worry about anything. Capcom and stuff were, and all the other ones that we really wanted were all like right next to each other. It was super easy to get to everything. They had a cool Path of Exile one. It was literally like all next to each other, and then like Nintendo was right there, and Pokemon's in like that same area and all that. And it's just easy to get to because we didn't have to go to the other building. So that's good. But honestly, I don't think there's anything else I need to talk about. So I guess I'm probably just going to end this here. So just so you guys know, if you hadn't seen any of these videos before, I don't give them a grade like an A or a B or a 100% or a 5-star or anything like that. I don't do that. What I do is I give you the information and then you decide if you want to go. So if you want to go, go. If you don't, if it doesn't sound like a thing you want to do, don't go. It's also expensive. So just so you know, this year I believe it was 66 plus tax to go per day. $66 per day for 1 day plus tax. In all, I think it was 200 and I don't remember. we went 3 days. So that plus shipping as well to get our, because you can do will call afterwards after the shipping date is over. And that was like July, I think, June, July, I don't remember. But maybe I think it was the middle of July. So we got it like right before, we got it like a few days before the shipping date ended. So that was good. And then if you want will call, you can just go up and get them as you go there. So you don't have to get them shipped to you. You don't have to pay for shipping like we did. But it was like $213 or something after tax and shipping and all that and fees or whatever else they charge you for, you know. So for 3 days. Whereas those same exact 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at SakuraCon, if you buy it the day that they first go up on sale, it's like $65 for the whole day. That's the same price as 1 day at PAX. So it's crazy. Anyway, but like I said, that's going to be it for this. So if you like it, go ahead and give it that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later.